Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, this is Moltrap coming back at you. I have been gone for a week and a half or so. As some of you might know, I actually I was on vacation, traveling around. I went to the inauguration. I was traveling around a little bit on the East Coast since I have a lot of friends over there. I've seen some of my friends, and one of whom was cholera. I got to actually visit cholera in person, and so some of you may know that since I think we did some in the same room. Well, we actually did triple commentaries with Rise, so there was no vent lag between the two of us, but there was still vent lag with Rise. Anyway, but yeah, so I'm not going to talk too much about the inauguration or any of my vacation or anything like that, because I'm not sure if people actually want to hear it or not. So I'll let you guys leave comments on this video and tell me if you actually want me to ramble about that stuff or not, because some people might be just like, dude, I don't want to know if you went to the Liberty Bell. I want to see StarCraft. Because, you know, people that don't like things always sound kind of dorky like that. Like this. They always talk like this. Anyway, this is a match from the round of 6. Yes, you heard me correctly. Round of 6 of the OSL Wildcard series. Now, basically, let me tell you what the background of that is. Basically, Backho hurt his back. Yeah, Backho hurt his back and had to withdraw from his Star Leagues. He'd just gotten into the OSL round of 16, and he was doing pretty well in GOM TV, and so even though I don't like the guy that much, it's kind of unfortunate for him. But, so he had to withdraw from the league, so that means there was an opening in the OSL. They needed a spot, they had a spot to fill. And so basically what they're doing is they're taking all the people, if you recall in the round of 32 or whatever it was, in the OSL, they had 2 players play each other, and then the winner of that faced a higher seeded player, right? And so I think what they did is they took the players that had won the first game, or rather that had lost the second game, so that they were in the higher seeded matchup, but they didn't get out of their group. And they're basically just pitting them all against each other. 12 players, and only one may leave the octagon. And this here is the round of 6. So they had 12 players, and each of those played each other. Bisu actually beat C to get into this spot, and Much beat Magma, the all-talk Zerg, as I like to call him, since he kept ragging on all the Protoss players, and then he failed miserably in the MSL, and has now been beaten by Much, a Protoss player, to get into the round of 6 of the OSL wildcard. Anyway, Bisu, by the way, is purple. I should let you know that. Bisu is this purple player here at the 6 o'clock position. Much is the teal Protoss at the 9 o'clock position. And so basically, they've got a round of 6 now, and then the winners of that will leave 3 players, and then they will do a face-off. And in the old OSL group style, where you just kind of round robin, and the first player to beat the other 2 players in sequence, wins and gets out of the group, and then it's all just to get one spot in the OSL. And you know, sometimes you think, oh well, these players have already been eliminated, they might not do well, but if you recall, in the MSL several seasons ago, when Stork and Bisu faced off in their epic match in the finals, Stork actually had gotten in because Oversky had to leave the MSL because he went to the army, and yeah, and he ended up making it all the way to the finals. So sometimes you can claw your way back into a Star League like this and get in. And I'm actually kind of rooting for Bisu, because he you know, he's had some, well, I don't want to say bad luck, because it's his own fault, I guess, but he's basically one of the favorites, and he's one of the better players in StarCraft right now. He's one of the, you know, 6 Protoss Dragons. He's you know, former MSL champion last season, and yeah, and so he's been eliminated from all of his Star Leagues now. He's going to the finals in, a little bit of a Manor Pylon, it looks like, going down for Bisu, and that's a pretty good Manor Pylon. Looks like he trapped a couple probes in there. It's going to cause a lot of disruption. But anyway, so Bisu has since been eliminated from the MSL and the OSL, and you know, it's kind of unfortunate to not see him in any Star Leagues. It's happened before, it happens sometimes, and Bisu just putting on some pressure here, some early pressure, another Manor Pylon going down in Much's supply line, and now his Zealot is coming in here too, picks off a probe, The probe and zealot combo going at it. Oh, finally the probe goes down. No more mana pylons, but Bisu's going to continue trying to pick off probes. Oh, one more hit on that probe. No. He's just maneuvering around, trying to get kills on these probes. Much doing a really good job of microing. Is going to save those probes. The mana pylon completes, but oh, he gets the last hit on that probe. He kept track of that one probe and tracked it down, or maybe he was clicking to see the health levels, and that zealot might still escape. So some really good harassment on Bisu's part, really good on his part, killing off a couple probes, getting down some mana pylons as well, and as we can see, Much's goon range is going to be slowed down a bit by this going on, and they're still going to be about even in their armies. So really nicely done by Bisu. Now, yeah, so I'm hoping that Bisu can make it in. At the same time, Much, you know, he's a favorite player of mine, and so I'd be happy to see him advance as well. But remember, whoever wins this is still just going to go to the round of 3 where they have to get through that group stage. But the reason why I decided this would be a good match to do is because you know, the playing field isn't that grand right now. So the winner of this is likely to be able to move on and get that spot in the OSL. The winner of this match, because basically Bisu or Much are, in my opinion, better than anyone else in the whole situation, or the whole not the whole situation. The sorry, the computer's being weird. I have to figure it out. Okay. Basically better than everyone else in the field. Now I do not know what the result of this is, so I don't know if the winner of this actually does make it or not. But let me just give you a layout here. The Group A of the round of 6 is Mind versus Shuttle. Okay, Mind versus Shuttle. And Mind is decent, Shuttle's decent, but neither of them are really rock stars. And the other group, Group B, is Light versus the Rock. And I really don't like either of those players. I don't think either of those players are capable of really moving far in the OSL. Especially with, I mean, it's going to be a really intense OSL. Both the Star Leagues have some really good players going in this season. So anyway, so you know, Bisu or Much should be able to easily defeat in a group stage any 2 of those 4 players, and so it's going to be really important. Anyway, so pretty standard play, by the way, going down here. That's why I haven't really deviated too much from my rambling about the situation. Both players going for those obs. Bisu got the early goon range, but it didn't really do him too much good. He's probably not going to be able to attack until Much has his goon range upgraded as well, even though it's probably almost upgraded now. So yeah, both players just transitioning into some Reavers here, and should be interesting. This is, by the way, Tears of the Moon, the new OSL map. It's kind of an interesting map. It's got a big open area in the middle, as you can see now. It's the one with the natural expansion.